Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing an Orianna game, and Orianna is going to go AP mid for us against probably LeBlanc. I couldn't see this going any other way, but so this is a low-level ELO game. It is not ranked. It is in fact a normal draft pick, so at least it's not a blind pick. And just be glad because of that. Well, I'm sure they will all do their best to try to win. Both teams have a jungler. Oh, I'm not sure, by the way, if this is the... No, I'm not sure if this is the 1000 ELO. I downloaded a couple of games and I picked this one to cast for now. Yeah, both teams have a jungler. This is a normal draft pick game, so that means with picks and bans. I know that. I just forgot whether this was the 1000 ELO game. But from the fact that both teams have a jungler, it kind of means that it's probably not 1000 ELO or thereabouts. Because normally the 1000 ELO games have only one jungler or even no junglers at all. So unfortunately no spectator mode. Still get a lot of replays without spectator mode, and that makes me sad. But yeah, I hope people will start turning that on. For those of you who still don't know, open your LoL replay software. Top right corner there's a little gear icon. Click that, it says options. When you click that, the options screen comes up. In the bottom of the screen there are a number of checkboxes. One of them says record in spectator mode. And just make sure there's an X in that box, hit OK, and everything should be fine. So Orianna, or rather Tofu Fighter, asked me to tell him what he did correct, what he didn't do correct. Lee, I guess both of them are correct. Lee. Why the team fights turned out the way they turned out and how he could improve. So I'm going to try to analyze a little bit more. Of course it would be way more convenient for me to have this in spectator mode, because yeah, with spectator mode enabled you are of course able to rewind, and that is a huge tool in trying to find out why something worked and why it didn't work. So yeah, the positioning in the lane is kind of okay for now. She's pushing the lane a little bit, which is fine, but that's because she last hit the first minions where LeBlanc was out of the lane. And yeah, therefore she is pushing a little bit, and of course throwing the ball in the middle of the minions will do that as well. So for now, yeah, we're last hitting pretty well. And of course the problem is there's Shen in the jungle. And this LeBlanc is a very bursty caster, so she can nuke you down from 100 to 0 in one go after you get taunted by the Shen. So you really need to avoid those ganks from Shen. And yeah, she is now getting the blue buff. What you could do here is the moment you see this, just walk over here. So the moment she walks out of the lane, you walk over here and you can actually catch her coming back. Oh, no. There. Yeah, it was obvious she wasn't there. Should of course wait with that and then nuke her down as much as you can. Because with a little luck you can actually get the blue buff. And here you can see how much damage Orianna does. Yeah, unfortunately she couldn't get the whole, well, the whole spell chain off. But she should be fine here. Come on. Yep, nicely done. Getting a lot of damage done on the Shen, including a tower shot, and that is good enough to keep him out of the lane. And because of the boots and potions, because of the boots she escaped, and because of the potions she can stay in lane even after that happened. Getting a large number of last hits here. And I'm pretty impressed with that. 19 to 11. So you can see how she's already building up a little bit of an advantage. And yeah, I think Shen is still here. So Shen is probably still waiting for some opportunity. Maybe not at this moment, but he is going to come in pretty regularly because he knows that Orianna can deliver a good burst as well, or at least he should know that, and that yeah, once she gets level 6, the LeBlanc will be in some trouble, or might be in some trouble, and Orianna before level 6 is not that strong. She is completely out of mana here, so the best thing to do is, yeah, this. Just push the lane with all the mana you do have, as well as your auto attacks, and just go home right afterwards. And yeah, this was nicely played. Going home now, and LeBlanc can do with whatever she wants with those minions. The next wave of minions will push in, and will be stopped right about halfway. By the time you get there, if you have a LeBlanc like this, she will kill all the minions with her auto attacks, and yeah, you will miss a couple of minions, but at least you don't give the complete free farm to LeBlanc, and you got one more wave than you would otherwise get. Otherwise you would just lose all of those minions, and that's no good, obviously. So Shen is over here, not getting a whole lot done because the enemy jungler, well, our jungler I guess, is coming in as well. So Orianna just got her ultimate. We will go to her in a moment. And it seems that Nunu eating the minion, and will indeed heal from that, because they are considered minions. They don't give you any gold, but they can be used for these kind of things. They can also you can also use smite on them. Oh, that wasn't, yeah, that wasn't in range. That was unfortunate. So yeah, as Orianna, you should really build some extra mana because you're going to spam a lot. And why doesn't she have that blue buff? Oh, it may still need to come up. Oh, that was the wrong key. Wow, she got lucky there. Yeah, she hit the wrong key with her ultimate. Well, she hit the ultimate while she had it on her. And that, of course, is no good. Wow, come on, use that that additional health potion here. And yeah, the last hitting is excellent. I have to say that I'm not really used to that because most of the games I cast have pretty poor last hitting. And yeah, you can see 47 minions against 26. So yeah. If I cast anyone on the rest of the team, or on the rest of this game, it would have been pretty poor. And oh, yeah, Nunu, dude, this is no good. What the fuck are you doing? Just stand there, just... No, don't run out. Oh. Motherfucker. Man! Can he really do that 3 times in a row? Not realizing that he should just stand still and wait until Orianna gets the last few hit points off. As long as you don't have Riggo's Lantern, by the way, you can do whatever you want to the blue buff. You can keep it alive at 2 HP if you want to. And yeah, that was too late. Obviously, the one running away was the one that you needed to get. There's 25 gold in that clone, so if you want to kill it, so if you want to use like a little bit of mana, like the 50 mana here, to kill it, that is okay. 25 gold is a pretty good amount for something that is, well, no danger at all. And yeah, it's just something you can pick up. I mean, the cannon minion is 29 gold. Oh, yes, nicely done. That was really the maximum range on that ultimate. But yeah, she tried and she got lucky. Or maybe she just plays a lot of, or he just plays a lot of Orianna. Because once you play Orianna a lot, you learn how her skills work a little bit better. It's the same with any champion, of course. Once you learn how to use their abilities properly and to the best effect, oh, it is of course a lot better. Come on. Why didn't he just walk out of there? I don't understand that. And yeah, this Teemo should be able to get this kill.
An enemy has been slain.
Yep, they do get the kill. Is Teemo going to grab this one though? Yeah, he is. Nicely done. Death in the bush. So yeah, the Orianna back in her own lane. She didn't get anything done there, but she was trying to. She was trying to help out, but she was all the way up in the base. So Catalyst bought the Boots of Lucidity bought, which is an interesting choice to say the least. Normally, of course, we see the Sorcerer's Shoes, because the Sorcerer's Shoes give you they give you magic penetration, which is really important for any AP carry, because it amplifies your damage by something like 50%. And yeah, it doesn't seem like they're doing a whole lot, but they have 20 magic penetration, and someone like this, yeah, that doesn't really matter too much. But someone like LeBlanc, who has 35 magic penetration, her magic resistance, or sorry, yeah, magic resist, of course, her magic resist becomes 15 then. And with 15 magic resist, you have, instead of the 35% reduced damage, so it's not actually 50%, but in the early game it's a huge difference. Instead of 35% reduced damage, 26, sorry, it becomes something like 5%, or no, a little bit more, 10% I guess, 11. And yeah, that's of course a big deal. I mean, getting yeah, 90% damage through instead of 65, that's a big deal. That is in fact a 50% increase. Ha! Man. And this LeBlanc already has 5 extra magic resist. So the normal magic resist on champions is about 30. So Teemo has 30 as well. So if we click Teemo, come on, yeah. Teemo has 30. So if you reduce that by 20, then he's left with 10, leaving him with 9% magic reduction, or reduced magic damage. So you would do 91% of your damage actually in HP, where now you do only 77% of your damage in actual HP. So you can see how that's a big deal. I mean, yeah, that is a big deal. So yeah, that's why we normally see the Sorcerer's Shoes, and I think this LeBlanc will get the Sorcerer's Shoes as well. So we see Orianna now at 100 minions or thereabouts, and 34 for LeBlanc. So really playing that offensively, and that is really good. Yeah, she didn't hit, so the tower wasn't going to shoot at her. But you see the positioning here, and that's excellent. The position of this that you need to have when you get ahead is in front of your minions almost. So next to your front minions, because you need to zone this guy out. You need to make sure that you only last hit and that you harass as much as possible. Because if this guy can't come in to farm, then you're getting further and further and further ahead. The only thing you have to watch out for is Ganks. So getting a ward out, or buying a ward at this point would be definitely beneficial, especially if you have 200 gold left when you're in base. I mean, if you have to sacrifice an item for that, then obviously you're not going to do that. But if you don't have to sacrifice anything for it, then obviously you're going to or you should just buy a ward or 2 wards. Just ward one side of the river and stay on that side. And then for every ward you get 3 minutes of protection. And an excellent fake out there. I don't know if you saw Nunu coming, but that was excellent. Just doing her the same thing and waiting for Nunu to actually be in the lane and then going in. So that was Teemo getting shot down, I think. Yep. A little bit of damage going off by LeBlanc, but she's not too dangerous at this moment because, well, you can see she has the Catalyst and boots level 1, whereas this guy has additional ability power and boots level 2. So more movement speed, more cooldown reduction, and here's Shen. You need to run out. Oh, that was so close. No, no, no. Never tower dive when the jungler is here. Oh man, is she going to get out of this? It's going to be close. It is going to be close. Nicely done. Wow, that was so good. Yeah, that was a little bit lucky there, but very well played, doing all the damage she can while taking as little damage as possible. And yeah, unfortunately she couldn't get the kill on LeBlanc because she was out of the lane. She was far enough behind her turret, but you should never tower dive when you're this low level and when you're squishy AP. Of course, now with the Rod of Ages, you start building up HP, and then you're no longer that squishy anymore. But it's really risky when the jungler is there. Yeah, you can tower dive all you want when there's nobody left in your lane, and you know what's going to happen after you're back from that tower dive. But yeah, the problem is that if that Shen actually played that correctly, he would have taunted her in turret range, and that would have sucked. No, the other one. Yes, nicely done. Yeah, and now you can see the dominance she has in this lane. It is just tremendous dominance, and yeah, they don't know that that Akali is still in here. Akali needs to land this. Yes, nicely done. And Shen is going to pick up the kill here. Yep. And yeah, get out. Just get out. Just get out. She did what she could, and Akali also did what she could. And are we going to see a kill? Yes, we are going to see a kill. So the protect coming out, and no, get out. This is way too dangerous with no heal. I mean, with potions still available, so health potions, this would have been an opportunity to still go in. Wow, LeBlanc using her ultimate for that when he wasn't even, well, he was, I think, still at full health. But yeah, her ultimate will be up soon enough, but I don't think it will be up when Orianna gets back into the lane. And yeah, she didn't even snare him or attempt to snare him. So death in the bush, getting a turret kill. And we are going to move to the enemy blue, which should go to Teemo here, of course. Oh, Orianna wants it. Oh yeah, they probably ran into a ward. Can she steal it? Come on! No, no, no. She's not going to steal it. It is, of course, very obvious that there is still a LeBlanc here. Come on, steal it! Yes, nicely done! That's exactly how that should have been played. I don't understand why they didn't realize she was still there. So getting additional cooldown reduction there, and bye-bye. Hey Shen, what you doing, dude? Yeah, this dude should die. There we go. But the ball can be used for scouting as well as doing damage. So getting the blue buff with that was relatively easy. Of course, it still has to work out for you, but that was very nicely played. Yeah, he has no taunt. Go, 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 go! Get him! There we go. So yeah, this is all due to the fact that she played an excellent early game and just grab the 25 gold, dude. Yeah. Okay. Teemo just going to grab the kill because she couldn't reach, so you should just go for the 25 gold because 25 gold is, yeah, a decent price to have. I mean, it's no dragon, but it'll do. Especially if you can get it every time that she almost dies. It counts up to be a very nice amount. I mean, she already died like 8, well, no, almost died like 8 times. So that's 200 gold right there. And yeah, she only died 3 times. That's pretty impressive, because her innate ability, the clone there, that went off for like so many times already. I'm going to steal the red buff here, or at least attempt to. Oh, Shen running out. Nicely done. Oh man, that was good. Shen actually too afraid to engage and to stay in. Did he steal it? Yep, he stole it. Nunu stealing it from the Teemo. Teemo should of course have gotten that. So we are 17 to 6. This game should be over at this point. I'm not sure how this will end up, of course, because you can still lose this if you lose a couple of champions, or if you let them push the lanes. And wow, another nice kill. And the kills on Yorick are always very, very hard to get. Everyone has an ultimate up. That is pretty cool as well. So everyone has an ultimate, so they should start to or try to engage in a team fight. Come on, Nunu, help her out. Oh, is she going to get out? Nope, she's not going to get out. Mr. Jansen got her. Anyway, Orianna, yeah, she doesn't have a blue buff. She might want this one. She's not going for it, but maybe she didn't see that it was up already. And she's perfectly happy at this moment with the mana from the Rod of Ages. She should have enough mana to spam her spells quite nicely. And yeah, now with the Void Staff, of course the Void Staff and the Sorcerer's Shoes don't really combine too well. So if you don't go for Sorcerer's Shoes in the end, so when you buy the Void Staff, you will actually have a little bit of an advantage over, well, when you do get the Void Staff, the Sorcerer's Shoes. And yeah, this was just unfortunate. There were no wards out. She gets caught by 3 enemies, and I don't know if she could have avoided this. But yeah, a ward would have avoided this. There were 2 mushrooms out, but yeah, they came through the river. Really no other way. Or maybe they came through here, but yeah. I mean, you can't avoid these kind of ganks. Even if she spotted them, would have been a 1 versus 3. But hey, it's all good. So, Akali destroying a turret there, and is still there with Nunu. Might actually get the kill on Ashe. No, no, we're not getting the kill. Okay, the arrow going to miss everyone.
An enemy has been slain.
And come on, Akali! At least fight, dude. So I don't know what kind of health Ashe is at. 800. Okay, there's no way she could have killed that. But at least she could have tried. And it seems that Shen is coming in. And there's a bomb on the cow. Wow. No, Teemo! Teemo gets killed. Orianna going to grab a kill here. No, they should have let him live for a little bit. Of course, this is the more efficient solution from a standpoint of he doesn't do damage for a little bit. But yeah, you can see how quickly or how useful he is when he gets back up. So yeah, this was another 1 versus 4 or 2 versus 4, and those fights, yeah, you should just avoid those kind of fights. There aren't enough words on the map to kind of see where everyone is. Going for dragon in this case would be a lot better. Just go for an objective. Don't fight just to fight, just for the kills. I mean, Akali can fight for the kills, but if you're Orianna, you should try to play it in the way that you are at a turret or at a fixed position where you have plenty of vision around you. You have a retreat path set up, and you want to then attack a little bit. So you don't want to super overextend all the way into the enemy base, like it is, well, or in the enemy side. Like the whole river here is kind of off limits to you for fighting. Because if you fight at a river, where are you going to retreat to? You have no retreat path. And Teemo can of course make a retreat path for you by placing down mushrooms, and that is of course a very useful thing to have. But as long as you don't have that, you just shouldn't fight in open ground. You should try to just keep the fighting to the places where you can actually retreat somewhere. And that somewhere may be your team, it may be a turret, it may be, as I said, a couple of mushrooms where the enemy has to run into. So it seems that the enemy team is dominating here all of a sudden, and yeah, that's because they are way too far forward. They are spread out, even though the whole team is there. If the half of the team is like half a screen or a full screen away, and yeah, then they're just going to pick you off one by one, and that's why this is happening. It has nothing to do with the enemy being stronger, because they definitely aren't stronger. They just can focus one champion at a time. And yeah, another bomb coming out, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. No, it gets absorbed fully by the shield, and yeah, that's why he is kind of useless in the late game when he you play him support. When he's a mid laner, of course his bombs will still do a lot of damage. Dragon is still up. So when he's played in a mid lane, he can still he can build up a lot of AP, and he can still do a lot of good in the late game. But still, he is a glorified. Well, he's like Soraka in the late game if you play her mid. It's also, Soraka will still be a healer. No matter what you build on her, she is always, her heal is her strongest aspect. And the same goes for the Zillion. Zillion's strongest thing is the ultimate, and yeah, that really doesn't change when you build AP on him. I mean, his time bombs are nice, they're a nice gimmick, but they're not good enough to carry the game or even kill multiple or kill, well, a champion on his own. So you need to harass in the and in team fights you can't do that. So did you see how spread out they were? One died here, one died here, one died here, and yeah, 3 guys dead. The other 2 are over here, so they weren't even in the fight. And this Alistar, someone needs to kick his butt, because he keeps stealing the blue buffs from Orianna. Orianna needs those blue buffs. She needs to have the 40% cooldown reduction, or at least come very close to it. And with the blue buff, I think the blue buff's 20%, may also be 15. But at least she would get close to that limit. And yeah, now without the blue buff, I mean, he can't do anything with blue buff, especially because he's a support and he's just completely useless anyway. Damage wise, of course, he can still do a lot of healing, but he doesn't need the blue buff to do that. But yeah, if they're going to lose more, well, if they're going to lose, I'm going to blame it on this Alistar stealing the blue buffs in general. Yeah, that's going to be the major aspect in this game that goes wrong. Obviously, the bad team fights, yeah, that's going to happen on both teams. but you need to practice that, and the lack of wards, you need to make sure that you buy wards. As a mid laner, but well, mainly as a support, but also as a mid laner, also as a top laner. Bottom laner not so much, because the bottom laner scales off of his items, so every time he buys a ward, he loses some of his items. The AP champions, so like our Orianna over here, they scale not off of items, but mainly off of levels. And wow, lots of damage going off by both teams. And yeah, there goes the Zillion once again, but Zillion's revive is just so strong that they are going to pick up. Oh, come on, pick up this kill as well.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, he died. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, the enemy's just too strong. Once again, no vision at all, and they still keep fighting. No, I don't want to. Oh, they're going to surrender? Really? Wow, I didn't expect that.
Defeat.
Oh wow, they surrendered. So, if this is your game, as I said, the 3 things you need to work on are ward placement, team fights. In general, team fights are hard. There's no real way to learn how to team fight except to do it a whole lot of times. So you need to make sure that your whole team is there and that you have wards out so that you can see where the enemy team is. And every time you watch a high level game, just watch at how many wards they have and where they team fight, how they team fight, where the rest of their team is. That's how you learn. You don't learn by watching the like IPL and just listening to the shoutcasters, because what they say is just random crap. What you want to do is just really watch at how they position themselves and what kind of communication is probably going on to make sure that they have that positioning and why they engage in a certain way, why a certain champion is first and another champion waits around a little bit before he engages in a team fight. Because as Orianna, for example, as I said, you need to have a retreat path. You need to stand in the back of a team fight, make sure that you can get out, because the moment they focus you, you die. And that's what happened all the time here. There was nobody tanky enough to engage. They had Shen to engage, which was excellent. They had the Ash Arrow to engage, which is excellent. And you just had no one to engage. And in a team fight with a weak team, you need the vision. You need to know where the enemies are, because you can kill them really quickly, but then you need to back out in a way that doesn't cross the path of one of the enemies. And the third thing, so the first one was wards, the second one team fights. The third one is you have to insist on getting the blue buffs. If someone gets the blue buffs, you start screaming at them. And if he gets it the second time, you scream even more. And I mean, that's the only way to win. You need the blue buffs. If you're an AP mid and you're not building like no. There's no example. I was thinking if you build Tear of the Goddess into whatever Archangel stuff, but that's stupid. Because even if you're a Nivea, for example, and you build that because you should build that, you still need the blue buff. You still need that mana regen. You still need that cooldown reduction. So just scream at everyone you can find who took your blue buff, and make sure they don't do that again. And in the best case scenario, of course, steal enemy's blue buff, or prevent the enemy AP carry from getting the blue buff. Anyway, yeah, it was very well played on Orianna's part. It's just that, yeah, unexpected defeat here. because the rest of the team was just screwing up too much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.